Good afternoon.
I'll be taking you through conducting raw material inspection. So our topic is conducting raw material inspection. You're going to have the objectives on this side. But before we start, let me take a register of our class attendance. Ronnie Mayo,
Present.
Felix,
Present.
Rogers Cheruiyot,
Present.
Sharon Chabichi, John,
Present.
Kevin.
Present.
Now, under conducting raw material, today's date is 6th March 2023. So today we are going to discuss conducting raw material inspection. And under this topic, I want to get some of the concepts, such as identification procedures, for inconsistency. The second objective is source of damage and loss. Loss and contamination. Those are the two main areas I wanted to get for today. So when you're conducting raw material inspection, you need to involve several processes. And the first process is visual inspection. Visual inspection. So visual inspection, this is a technique whereby once you receive the materials, you look at the general appearances, so that you can evaluate whether these materials they match with what you ordered for, right?
Yes.
So some of the things that you can look under visual inspection is color, size, shape. What else can you inspect through visual? No? Those are the main. Color, size and shape. The second thing you look at is sampling. So once you receive your materials, you have to sample. So sampling and testing. So under sampling and testing, what you just do, out of all your materials, you pick at random. So random sampling. You just pick materials randomly and check whether they match what you ordered. Then once you pick those materials randomly, you compare them with standards. So you should compare with the established standards and specifications to identify any deviation. Another method in which we conduct raw material inspection is documentation. Documentation review. Under documentation review, anyone can guess? Felix, I think it's right.
Inventory.
Yes, you look at things like inventory from the supplier. Whoever supplied you with the items, you just take a look at the inventory and you compare it with your
Requisition sheet.
with your requisition sheet. You also look at the historical data last technique is inspection tools. Inspection tools. Inspection tools, these are the equipments that enable us to check whether our materials are of the right size. For example, you could use a ruler.
Weighing balance.
Yes, Felix, another one.
Weighing balance.
Weighing balance. Weighing balance. Another one. Another method, another inspection tool that you use. You can also things like litmus paper to check their acidity, right?
Yeah.
So these are the tools that guide us to inspect whether our materials are of standard. So now we're going also to look at source of damage. So once you receive the materials and you have inspected, what are you looking at? So some source of damage and loss. So this explains why our materials look the way they look if they are damaged. So the first problem could be handling. How are they handled during transport? So handling and transportation. So here, materials should be well transported to reduce physical damage. We also have under handling, we also have spillage and loss. So if you are transporting liquids, make sure that they are properly sealed to avoid spills. Another reason as to why materials get damaged is handling. So storage. We all know that there are those items that are required to be stored in certain environmental conditions. Like there are some which are written stored in humid environment, right? E.g. humidity. The reason as to why this is important is because of reducing the quality of materials. If it is written as you should contamination is cross contamination. Cross contamination is a situation whereby you get the materials that have been mixed together randomly. So for our assignment, I want us to look at some of the cross contamination sources. Source of cross contamination. And with that, we'll be good to go. So in case there's no question, I'd like to meet in the next class.